My name is Leslie Farrell, and I'm a member of the Missions Committee at Grace. Jesus tells his followers to go into all the world and make disciples. It's called the Great Commission. Part of how we work to fulfill the Great Commission here at Grace is by first sharing Christ with our neighbors, and then also sending missionaries to the world and partnering with organizations in their efforts to both share the gospel and make disciples. As a missions committee, we've reached out to the ministries and missionaries that we support and asked for a look into their ministries for us all to enjoy. One of our mission partners is GRIP Outreach for Youth. GRIP reaches out to Chicago inner city youth and builds Christ-centered life-on-life relationships. In those relationships, they share their lives and the gospel. GRIP shares with us an example of what life-on-life, Christ-centered impact looks like. Enjoy.
So I first met Elijah, this would be the fall of 2017.
Tyler might not remember, but the first time I met Tyler, he was actually my new mentor my sophomore year. And at first, I didn't want him. Yeah, that was the funny first time I met Tyler. I didn't even want him to be my mentor.
When Elijah and I hang out and generally just talk about life, things that he's going through, ups in his life, downs in his life. Elijah's a great basketball player. In his senior year now, that's been a pleasure to go to many of his games, to support him in that way.
Like, he would ask, heart-filling questions that would make me have to talk. And as our trust, got stronger, it was more easy for me to be vulnerable with Tyler. And Tyler, he be on me. He put my Power School on his phone so that he know if I'm absent.
His school had this app called Power School, which would update on any grades or attendance. I think the next day after getting the app, I saw that Elijah had missed first period.
And he texted me as soon as it happened. As soon as I gave him my Power School, the next day he said, "Hey, you got an absent from me, what happened?" He was on me as soon as it happened.
But from then on, I knew it was a great way for me to keep Elijah accountable in his coursework. It's just been a great way for me to encourage Elijah to put the work in, get to class on time, and pay attention while he's in class.
Slam means a lot because that's where I learned the most about God. Because the stories in the jam sessions, it's more catchy for me as a teenager. It's like they put the talks in a way that I can understand them.
What's great to see over time is when we talk about what it means to be a Christian and how a Christian should live, I've just seen our conversations go from very sort of short and narrow to now where there's more engagement, and he enjoys having more mature conversations regarding his own faith.
Tyler knows about almost everything from my mom to school to basketball to my dad to my family to my sisters to slam to girls to boys. He knows about almost everything about me. He would definitely be another big brother.
I think it's amazing where God has brought him from already in his life to where he can go. He has a vision of one day going to law school and becoming a lawyer, and ultimately potentially being a public defender and being able to help those who may not have a voice. And so I also see Elijah continuing to build his faith and ultimately being able to pour into students around the city just like he has been poured into. I know he has the heart for that, and he has mentioned that to me.
I do eventually, at one point, want to come back to Chicago, the area that I grew up in, and I want to remodel the whole area with, resources and outlets that kids like me growing up can go to something. I want what I needed to be there for them when they need it. And so my biggest thing is I want to come right back to where I grew up, the North Londonderry area, and I want to build it to where they can come to something, because it's not much that we can run to over here. And so that's why, I want something to be there for them.